I almost wanted to go with that because
I mean, it's
in
just
reality, he's technically slaving everyone to do his needs.
It would have been a funny battle, but I'm an Animal Crossing super fan, so.
so you can really say that he is a super villain because he slaves everybody on the island.
I was gonna say, when I hear Animal Crossing super fan, I'm like, so you're a super fan of being enslaved? Interesting.
Oh yeah, I'm brainwashed. I am
eternally in debt.
Eternally in debt and happy.
Yeah,
for
it's
it.
like that would have been a good villain.
He and his nephews just own the entire economy of an island.
Yeah, he's just trying to make ends meet like the rest of us. We're all broke at some level.
He isn't though. He's literally a feudal lord.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Just waiting to beat you up if you don't pay your taxes.
Yeah,
exactly.
Honestly, if there was a conflict, you'd be basically probably putting conscript to the military. More than likely, like this could go dark places.
Animal Crossing medieval war.
Hey, they made that Rayman that Rabbids game with Mario. Don't put past them, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I had to look on my laptop. I wrote the wrong thing, damn it.
Oh no.
I did it. There. I switched it. I fixed it. Speaking of that, I got a new laptop. Yeah!
Yay, a new laptop.
Can it actually run things or
this might not run things. This is my editing laptop. I'm getting an actual laptop on Christmas. Woo!
What is this gonna be? Is this gonna be a gaming one?
Yeah, so Trink can stop torturing me about it.
No, I'm still gonna torture you about it because you're buying a gaming laptop.
You mean he has to in other words, you need to teach him how to use Steam properly.
Right.
You gotta build you a computer when you have the GPUs.
I'm about to say, like I said, no, I'm just now gonna make fun of him because he bought a gaming laptop.
I know I have a desktop. I have a gaming desktop and a gaming laptop. I have both, but I use the desktop.
We have two desktops. Hook has two desktops for himself. Once for when I come and visit, and a laptop he just bought so when he comes here.
Oh. That's the only reason why I bought the gaming laptop, so I can take it with me when I go to places.
Well, he also wants something for on the plane since it's an 18-hour drive or like a 7-hour plane.
Right. I have one 6-year-old laptop and my desktop. Just waiting for him to die. Can we?
I technically got 3 laptops floating around. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Statue, hand me one of those.
Yep. What flavor do you want of shark?
Give me a blue,
A blue, classic blue.
So to say, Sharon is Kevin.
Classic blue for you.
Yeah, just out here. Thank you. You're welcome.
All I can think is I probably wouldn't have a laptop if I didn't spend so much money on audio equipment.
Hey, at least you're spending it on something you enjoy.
It's okay. I need to
because I got this MIDI converter right here, and I'm like a bunch of this controller turntable.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you got the good stuff.
All right, what's the next question?
Zach, what is the next question? Oh shit!
I forgot we were fighting. I know. You're taking me. You're distracting me. You're taking me out of my game. I'm in fight mode.
It's frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, Zach is frozen, not me. Zach is frozen.
Okay, there we go.
That was me. I said, damn it, I'm frozen now.
That's what I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
my connection is unstable, it says. Well, I don't have a choice.
So the Steam is kind of laggy.
Yeah.
My end.
Nah, it's because I got I'm literally on the Zoom and I'm trying to get Zach's ready. That's me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everybody blame Mac.
Yeah, blame me. Trink, why you want to blame me? You can go ahead and read the fucking question.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you guys got it up finally. That's all. Sorry. What's the best live action adaptation of a video game property?
Zach literally did that to spite me. I know he did. I spelled
yes, I did. I did the right thing.
Adaptation. I know I spelled adaptation. Fuck. All right. Rob, what is your answer?
Max Payne.
And I chose the 2001 Tomb Raider.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah.
This one's gonna be a hard one. I've never seen.
You've never seen Lara Croft Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie? Oh,
just
yeah.
I never was a big fan of the video.
You never
game
watched
series,
Tomb Raider? I mean Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Like I said, this one's gonna be an interesting fight.
She was my crush. All right. Rob, tell us why Max Payne is the best.
Okay. So when I was picking movies, I was trying to choose a movie based exactly the same storyline as the video games. As we all know, the storylines of Max Payne is it was a cop who had his wife and his kid murdered pretty much by the gang members, I guess if you want to call them gang members, and he becomes so angry with revenge that he quit the force and he went on a killing spree rampage to take out if those gang members as possible. When I was looking at the movies, and when I was watching all the other, with Hitman and Tomb Raider and Resident Evil and all those other movies based off of video games, Max Payne speaks to, because I'm like, this is the first video game movie that is so spot on with the storyline that doesn't drift off to something totally new like they did in other movies. So I was really impressed because they did that. Because I'm you look at the early years like Super Mario Brothers, and I'm trying to think of the other ones. I know the original Mortal Kombat was true to the video game as well, but that could have been done a whole lot better, in my opinion. I mean, it's still a good movie, but I could have done it 10 times better on that particular one. But I don't know. I just very impressed by the game series that it matched the game series. So I was very impressed with the movie because it did that. So I thought, in my view, that was the best action adapted video game property.
All right, that's it. All right.
Yes.
Sasha, tell us why Boob Raider is the best video game adaptation.
Booby Raider is excuse me. Tomb Raider. For this argument, I need to focus on some of the aspects of video games and movies and what makes them good adaptations of each other. First, you need to think about the scenes as well as the filmography and how scenes are filmed, the actors that are picked for the movie, and then third is, does it cater to the fans of the original game? Because the best adaptations aren't only going to be true to the game, but they're going to be an interesting movie. So Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie, I got to start out with, obviously, the actor. Angelina Jolie was ranked number 1 in 2004 by Esquire magazine for hottest woman alive. Lara Croft, if anybody knows anything about the game and the fans behind it, she's quoted as the sexiest bunch of pixels gamers have ever seen. She's sexy. I actually took a class, Violence and Sex in the Media, and we had a whole section just on Lara Croft and the fans behind her and how she's a gaming sex icon. She is. So choosing hottest woman alive as voted by Esquire magazine, and then choosing her for the part of Laura Croft. Perfect. So you're already beginning to cater to the fans in that. So you do cater to the fans, not only in the actors that they chose, but also in the filming and the way that scenes are filmed, like the filmography, the way pictures are set up. Right away in the first 5 minutes, you'd get not only a shower scene catering to the fans, but you get a fighting montage, an action training montage. And we see Laura Croft fighting a robot, doing backflips, doing all the in-game moves that you would expect if you were playing the video game. You're in a scenario, you're in an environment that is very game-like, from her very Bruce Wayne-esque mansion built in money to the tomb itself, where she can be seen doing scenes of ramps falling, running over them, swinging platforms that she has to jump over, cycle while cars slip behind her. It's very video game-like, down to how Angelina Jolie as stop to the robot. Very game-like, very cutscene-y. So the film not only is true to the story, it's rated pretty high in comparison to other video game adaptations, because when you hear bad, because it's really hard to make a good movie based on a video game. They're two different spectrums. But that being said, the Tomb Raider movies, we're not arguing about, is it the best movie of all time? Like film-wise, we're arguing, is it a game that made a good movie? And it does that for all fans on both sides. If you're looking for an action movie or looking for Lara Croft or looking for the video game, it has everything wrapped up. Thank you.
All right. I just want to say this. It has begun.
Oh, I know. It's going to be tough to beat this because porn beats non-porn type stuff.
Hold on.
It's going to be tough to beat this one.
Say. I already know this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a classic because you're already going at it. All right. Give me a sec. All right, you you ready? Zach. 0.
Let me clear my throat.
0. You ready?
Go for it.
All right, here we go. Let's begin the battle between between porn and pretty shooting right now.
Rob, I think it's very interesting that you said that Max Payne, like your major argument was that it follows the plot so exactly. And arguments behind this movie are that it doesn't follow the plot at all, and that the movie throws in a lot of weird supernatural angel demon stuff when the video game is a pretty basic cop wants revenge storyline. That's what almost every review says, is that it's not true to the plot at all. And that was your major argument for why it's a good adaptation. I'm curious.
I don't go with reviews. I never have, never will, especially in video games.
But you can see the plots are very different.
See the plot, but
very
different. Their scenes with the whole demon thing in the game as well as the movie, because you got to remember there was the scene where you had to go, you're in this house, and you had to go through mazes, and most of it was just
demons.
Yeah, because it was all in his mind.
Well, psychological is different than actual monsters, though. Anyways, that's just what I'm getting from most of the people who actually watched the movie. They're saying that it is, if you're there, they borrowed the basic plot, is the quote I'm looking at right now. So it's not really true to the video game adaptation. They just borrowed a plot. Yeah,
but to me, when I watched the movie, I saw the entire plot.
Your argument's pretty biased then?
If you want to say it that way, sure. Because you're judging everything of what others say versus what I say.
Oh, I'm talking majority.
don't really care what others say about the movie because when I saw it, I saw the storyline true to the video game is what I saw.
It sounds like the video game is the basic revenge plot, right? Like it's
Yes,
a cop, family dies, he wants revenge. While the movie takes unnecessary twists and turns, is not anything like the game, borrowed the basic plot. So why would it be a good adaptation if it's not true to anything the game? Also, fans argue about how the bullet time is only incorporated like twice in the movie, which is like a big deal behind the games.
Well, I mean, you have the time in the games to do it anytime you want to.
But
I
it's
mean,
something
you can't have a game that has constantly bullet time. Just like this, just be another Matrix.
So
movie.
Okay, well, what makes your movie so much? Okay, ignore the plot then. Ignore the fact that the plot doesn't follow it at all. What else makes a decent adaptation?
Well, for one, the reason your movie got such great reviews is because it had boobies and all kinds of sexy stuff in it to help it sell.
No, but the thing is, Laura Croft is a sex icon,
right? And
Angelina Jolie. And I'm not using the fact that it's just sex to sell this. I'm saying the adaptation should borrow parts of the game to create a very believable and like weighted movie. It has to have that similar environment, similar actors, similar imagery.
And
that was just one point, is that Angelina Jolie and Laura Croft are both sexy ladies, both sexy hardcore ladies, and that's what makes them comparable.
I have to agree. The main actor in Max Payne was terrible. Okay. They should have chosen a much better actor for Max Payne. I have to agree with you there. But I just thought that so they added some stuff to make the movie interesting.
Which
adapt away from the game.
From the game. But the question is, what is the best adaptation? Why would they adapt away from your argument if our argument is supposed to be what makes the best adaptation? Why would you want to be away from the game? That's what we're fighting for.
But have they done that to all the movies? I mean, come on. There's a lot more terrible movies that's supposed to be just like that.
There are worse movies out there. I'm saying that.
I'm just saying.
Tomb Raider's a pretty stankin' good one.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. They're going to have to throw something in there to make it more interesting.
Then it doesn't make it a good adaptation.
Okay, but as I was saying, I was impressed because. Look,
if
beginning to end, have you even played the? I know you played the game from beginning to end, and then watched the movie from beginning to end.
Wait, of your Max Payne? Oh,
time's up.
I really.
I have fun listening.
I want to get a drink during.
Wasn't that good, Trink?
Let's go, Trink.
I was actually about to go to the pet kitchen to fix some popcorn. I was like, damn, this is actually pretty good. But Zach, any facts? Oh, not stop facts. Question. If nobody got one, I got a question. What was the one thing that they took from the game? They did well that was in the game and put into your film. Is that a good question? Zach?
So, it's a question.
That right. Incorporated. I realize it. Incorporated. The one thing that incorporated into your movie from the game into your film.
I would say I have to agree. The bullet time, there could have been more, but they did incorporate that into the movie. But to me, if they incorporate that more than a couple of times, it would have been another Matrix type movie. But they did incorporate some scenes with bullet time into the movie from the game. So,
okay. Sasha?
I hate to beat a dead horse, but I gotta go with actor choices as well as cinematography. Scenes are filmed as if you were watching a cutscene with the actual Laura Croft, except she's less pixely.
Okay.
It's very, very, very similar.
Yeah, but no triangle boobs. Facts.
Fact, I have no idea what you're talking about when you say that it was close to the game, because there's been no Tomb Raider when this was created that had a plot anywhere like this.
Oh, I
Not a
argued cinematography.
no, but you were saying that it was accurate.
Games.
Yeah, and also all of the Tomb Raider games up in cutscene moments or any of that didn't exist yet.
I'm saying it's filmed like a video game would be.
It's filmed like a video game, but you are saying it's filmed like Tomb Raider, the game. So I'm saying that it wasn't, because that didn't happen yet. If anything, the game started taking inspiration from the movie, other way around.
What?
The games didn't have, the games weren't that high tech yet. This was PS1.
Yeah,
Also,
okay.
fact check. Daniel Craig, future James Bond was in Tomb Raider. So
Yeah, he was. But that character also doesn't exist in the Tomb Raider
I
canon.
know, but I just want to say that.
I'm just saying that I'm saying that the games weren't high tech enough to even use the cinematography you're talking about.
Look, I just want to say that because he was.
I'm
also
sorry,
in that
I'm
film
supposed to check facts, and I was.
I'm not
I understand.
Talking, I'm not talking graphics. I'm talking like the way scenes are played. The way.
I'm saying that they literally couldn't move polygons that way yet.
Also,
tech didn't exist.
check. Two fact checks. Yes. Lara Croft's boobs were triangle.
Why are you interrupting the fact checker exactly when he's trying to do his job?
Because it's Mac.
I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to do my job.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, I'm trying to show my statue. This is what I was just doing it, and I looked up each game and the technology that was available in each thing. That's what I was doing, and it's the other way around, where the game started borrowing from the way the movie was shot. It's the other way around. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
So that's not a Tomb Raider thing when it was made. It didn't exist yet. And the plot's nowhere close.
Okay.
I would also say Max Payne's plot is nowhere close. So sorry. What? I'm not picking either of you.
Yeah, I agree with you on both. They are nowhere near. Yeah. So that's like a moot point. I agree with you. Zach, who you thought won?
Who I thought won? Mustachio won because she was pummeling the ever-loving shit out of Rob.
Oh no!
Like,
call me Miss Smashio.
Because so even with that, you have the Lara Croft being perfect casting. Like, that fact is true. Also, Max Payne may not be a major triple, but sure as hell
That's true.
So I mean, if it actually would have had more of that, it would have been both. So at least been more original.
Well, I'm actually going to pick Mustache based on the arguments. I'm pacing it. Basically, I'm going to pick Mustachio too. She literally pummeled the shit out of you. May I also say that, yeah, your whole art. I mean, Mustachio was literally going off of her perfect casting, and you literally admitted that yours not the perfect casting. Also, your plot is nowhere near the game. Like for example, BB was not the one that was supposed to be killed in the end. He was actually killed before that tower. Was Woden told him to kill it. Also, Mona was nowhere. The only reason Mona Sachs was there was because she actually was paid by her to kill Max and she didn't do it. She wasn't there for no sister. I mean, yeah, I understand.
It was more the argument that it was accurate, not that whether it's good or
bad. Yeah. If you like it, you like it. Look, I like Mortal Kombat, and
liked it too.
Yeah,
he did it looks like the director did the 2006 Omen and A Good Day to Die Hard, which is a very bizarre filmography.
Trink, is it full sweet? Zero.
Yeah.
0. All right. Cool. Yeah. All right.
Round
Sasha,
2.
you got 2 points.
All right. Hey, but isn't this what happened last time?
Absolutely.
Last 2
I
I don't know.
from you.
I don't know. We might.
All right. So what they're saying in the chat.
Well, Mac, of course, you answered Mortal Kombat.
You said it wrong though. I had quotation. You got to say Mortal Kombat.
No, there was no quotations.
Yeah, that's where it went.
No, but there was no quotations.
There was quotation.
No, there was
Okay.
an exclamation point.
Yeah, that's why you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to shout it.
I'm not
No,
sure.
you're not.
You're on your own.
You know what?
I mean, also, who said Blood Rain?
Me.
Why? That movie is not even fun to look at.
I would say
I didn't mind it.
You
It just
should have
it needs
said
more
in the chat,
substance.
Zach. I said, "Are you pulling my legs?"
I think
I'll defend Postal for fuck's sake.
Like I said,
not-
my thing with Blood Rain is I just thought it needed more substance.
I know.
It wasn't terrible.
It had no, yeah, but more substance when it has zero substance means what did you watch? What happened?
My second choice
Yeah.
would have been Assassin's Creed.
Okay, it's not. No, it's just bland and very generic, is what it was. It was like they watched a couple vampire action movies and they're like, yeah,
I
that's
hate
a
vamp-
thing.
I'll be honest, I hate vampire actions. That's probably why.
Yeah, it's not good. It's lacking like anything to make it stand out in any kind of way from that whole genre.
But I seriously would have gone with Postal just because the game is absolutely insane.
Spacey went with the Street Fighter movie.
Good answer.
Yeah.
It's
Damn
not
it.
great either. Listen, neither is the
It's
Mortal
good.
Kombat movies.
We fought for them.
It is actually a good camp movie. Like, especially Zangief, he makes the movie. Quick, change the channel.
Change the channel.
Oh, it's insane.
God, that actually got us 2,000 views because people loved it. Ah, damn it. That was hilarious. All right. Well, Sasha, you get this point. You're going to the finals.
What's the next question? Oh, well.
If you win
we'll
this
see.
point, you're going to the finals. Rob, you need this point. But if you lose this point,
Well, even if I lose,
if you lose this point, we'll go to the last.
I tried.
So, just for fun.
I tried.
So we'll do the last question just for fun. All right. So
all that counts. That's all that
Zach?
counts.
Yeah, just having fun. That's all it is. So Zach, question number 3. Zach, you want to read this one, or you want me to do it?
Who/what is the most annoying mini boss in gaming?
Ooh, Sasha.
I choose a Berserker from Gears of War.
Ooh, Rob.
Now, I can't say the name, but he's also known as the Chainsaw Man. But I think it's like Dr. Salavon. I can't pronounce his name.
Salvatore.
Yeah, but he's also known as the Chainsaw Man in Resident Evil series. And I think he's in only like a
4.
few. Yeah,
He's only in 4.
But wasn't he in another? Doesn't he turn up in another game?
No,
I know he's in 4.
he's in 4. That's it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, did
There was
Dark
a
Side
version-
Chronicles?
There was a version of them in 5, but it wasn't under the same name. They called them something else.
Yeah, it was like Urbo, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They just shouted the same way. Ah, Trink, 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 Trink. Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a psychopath coming at you with a chainsaw.
Yeah, and then they did that with then they did that in Resident Evil Biohazard, which you fight in a chainsaw fight, which was fucking awesome.
Double chainsaw fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was only.
You get to chop the fucking shit head off. Okay, so while we're living my happiness, whatever.
While he masturbates to his own victory.
Oh my god. I'm gonna need
Tequila.
to keep this up.
See that.
Why your answer is the best? Why is he the worst mini boss?
It's pretty straight, boss, that if you're like stuck on them and you look up, like you're one of the people who wants to just cheat and look up how to beat a boss, all the advice you get is do not attack. And any boss that you fight, and the first piece of advice is do not attack. You better be ready for a pretty annoying boss battle, especially since when you fight the berserker boss, the mini boss, you're timed. So the only way to kill the berserker is to lead it outside, because it charges like a freight train at anything it hears. You lead it outside, you have to break down doors and find your way out, and while the timer's going, and then you need a space-based weapon, so the Hammer of Dawn, in order to even begin to do damage. You lead it outside, and the whole battle is just a lot of ducking, a lot of dodging, a lot of running. And for a game that, like, for like people like me, who I'm just like trigger happy, it's impossible. Well, not impossible, but improbable that I'm gonna beat it right away. And that's what happens. Like, because as the timer gets down lower and lower and lower, you get more and more anxious. You start making mistakes and fighting when all you can do is run and dive and dodge until you get in a position where you can use that Hammer of Dawn on it. So the fact that you have to run away from it, the only piece of advice is do not shoot it when you're supposed to be killing it, and all it does is charge at you and flatten everything in its path. I'd say it makes for a pretty annoying boss battle, because it gives you no choice but to be patient and wait when all you want to do is charge forward, but it's constantly charging at you. And that's why it's the most annoying for trigger happy people like me, especially.
Right.
Well, I would say the chainsaw man, I think, is probably about the same, except he has vision. So that's what's going for him. But it's one of those where it's also one of those trigger happy type moments, because like yours, you will have to find a way to. And if the chainsaw man gets to you, it's pretty much almost instant death. So you always and the area that you're in is not a big area. It's in a small area, and you just have to keep running to get away from him, to find that moment in that spot that you have to shoot to take him out, so you can advance more into the game to get further into the level. And that one, you only have a split second to get away from him before he actually cuts your head off from the chainsaw. And I can't remember. And I know this is probably going to be fact checked for sure, but I can't remember if you have some iterations that he does keep appearing, but I don't think he is one of them in the Resident Evil series. But I think he is one of the most annoying. I have others that I believe is annoying, but the whole chainsaw, him chasing you down, and you just have to keep running. Dear God, that you're not going to get your head cut off by him. But just shoot him is just wasting bullets. You just have to find that hit point to make something fall on him to slow him down to advance to the next level. And that's my reason why he's the most annoying.
All right. Here we are, people. All right. We'll switch this to gallery mode. Trink, are you ready? Zach, are you ready?
Sorry, I'm eating chips, but yes.
It's okay.
Put that down and drink some tequila.
What do you think I'm eating with my salty chips?
Zero, are you ready?
Grudge it up.
All right, I'm gonna ring this bell. Let me get back to this screen. Get it all set. I'm gonna ring this bell. I'm gonna change the channel to the clock. You may start now.
I'm gonna go ahead and argue that if we're fighting on the fact that you have to wait to stun both of our guys in order to beat them, my guy's still more annoying because I'm on a timer. Berserkers are on a timer, and your guy, you can essentially just run away from him forever until you get to that point where you can stun him. So there's like, I've run from bosses for a very long time. If I'm severely underleveled, I can run for an hour and eventually beat them. And that's what you can pretty much do with Chainsaw Guy. You just got to keep running. The fact that a timer is on Berserkers makes him way more annoying. Well, yeah, I get you have to wait to stun him, but I mean, you got to wait to stun a Berserker too, but you don't have a time limit.
Well, okay, so the time is what's going with me, but
well, that's the difference between my character and your character,
right?
You get like
I get
6 minutes or something
more death scenes than anything because
death scenes.
Yeah,
how so?
Because okay, so the minute that you don't, you somehow try to shoot, and this guy gets close to you and chops your head off, then you have to die and then start back. But
like games usually.
Exactly.
Usually when you die, your head doesn't just pop back on and you keep going. Usually. Zombie mode activated.
So let me ask you this though. Since your character is blind,
yeah,
can you essentially just stay still and not make a move?
No, you can't because you're on a timer. Sure, you can stay still, but eventually it's going to run out. You cannot stand still because your time will run out, which is essentially the same as getting killed. Same thing still happens. You got to start over. Exactly. And also,
okay.
Also, I'm reading about fighting this Axeman or whatever. You can essentially run around until you have him positioned, or Chainsaw Guy, I don't know, positioned in front of a door and just continuously stun him. If I have all the time in the world to run away until I can kill him with a door, like, I'm sorry, but I mean, it's kind of silly to argue that he is the most annoying if you have all the time in the world and you can kill him with a door.
Stun him.
Yeah, you can. But lots of people have done it. It's kind of like a thing.
And I don't know if I'm thinking it's if I'm thinking that he shows up
just run through that
multiple times. I'm thinking he shows up multiple times in the game, not just you fight him that one time.
So I think you need to find more than one door to hit him with.
If that's all that you have to run with is hit him with a door
to stun him. I'm telling you, my Berserker's going through that door, and that's what makes him more deadly and more annoying. A door's not going to stun him. Door's not going to stop him. He's going to barrel right through and end it.
I'm sure he's 10 times bigger than this chainsaw.
Yeah, he is. He's way more. He's way more powerful. He
I
stumped
can't-
a lot more. My berserker stumped a lot more people than your door stumped. Your
Let me rephrase that. She is a lot more stronger
yeah,
than the Chainsaw Man because it's actually
it's
a
a-
her,
it's a
not a
female.
him.
yeah, it's a girl.
It's
They
actually
are
a her, not a
female.
him.
We are aggressive.
Yes. Yes.
So why is Chainsaw Man more annoying then? You're not on a timer. I can just run forever. Why is he so annoying?
Because he's got a chainsaw and you have to get away from that chainsaw. Come on.
Whoopsie doo. I'm
just
sorry,
saying.
I'm not seeing another argument here.
I know. This one is tough because you do make good points. And the Chainsaw Man, yes, there is some flaws, some glitches in the game. But he's not, you also don't fight him in the main storyline. You also fight him in the missionaries mode. In missionaries mode is one of those where you fight different.
So you don't
characters.
even fight him in the main storyline, so he can't
do.
even like.
You fight him in the storyline and also in the bonus missionary mode that they have in that game,
So
which is ultimately, I think, if I can remember exactly what mission mode, it's a survival mode.
so it's pretty
in the
normal. So it becomes a pretty normal thing to fight this guy. So
Yes.
ultimately, you
Like
can
I
just
say,
become very good with him
He
and then
shows up
beat him every
multiple
time.
times. He does show up multiple times.
Dang, dang, bitches.
Dang, dang.
Shut up.
Dang, dang, dang.
Shut
All
up.
right.
Shut up. I'm just like,
Oh, fact
Sarah,
check.
you got a question, man?
Me?
Jero.
Because I do.
You got a question?
Jero.
Zero, do you want to do it instead?
Well, that's the thing. Okay. What makes, because we're not looking, because the question is we weren't looking for deadly, we were looking for annoying.
Annoying.
What mini boss choice makes them annoying? Nothing to do with any other gameplay factors. A habit of the enemy itself.
All right. Session.
Any sound makes him charge straight for you. So if you had a game plan, he stomps all over your game plan if he decides to turn your way and charge.
Okay.
The other thing is really going for the Chainsaw Man is the fact that he keeps charging at you because he doesn't give up because he's really just wants to kill you. That's essentially what he is trying to do is to kill you, and he will keep chasing you down to it happens.
All right. Okay.
So it's tenacious, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Good word.
All right. Zach, any facts?
Fact, I have no idea what you're talking about when it comes to their like that they tell you to not fight the berserkers, because I did look up how to beat them, and I got a bunch of ways. So I don't know what you're talking about there.
All the
I think
number
you're trying-
one, do you see all the number one searches for it? It's don't attack.
The number one searches.
Yeah, all the first ones that pop up say don't attack. I've checked several major forums. Let me see if I still have them up.
I'm checking Google, and I get a bunch of Q&As and how to beat them and a bunch of videos. So I don't know what forums you're using. So I was just saying that's what I found. So
All right. Also, Zach, I want to say once you do kill that chainsaw guy, you get a diamond or some type of jewel. Is that diamond shrink?
I think it's a diamond. Yeah, I know it's
Yeah.
one of the more expensive ones
like
because I've killed them every time.
I did too. I just searched for him so I can get some
Money,
money.
motherfucker, in that game. Gimme.
Give me all the money. I said, "Oh, I get happy when I
Then
see
he's not that annoying.
he has
I'm not
a
gonna
at
lie,
all.
Rob. Every time I hear him, I'll get to.
I think shotgun to your face, motherfucker.
I will say also, he was in the card game apparently.
I do have a figurine of the chainsaw guy. I know that.
Oh, cool. Oh, I wish you weren't virtual so I could see it. I love little figurines.
I used to have a bunch of pictures of my nerd shelves.
Zach, anything else?
Also, I can confirm he appears multiple times and is super a pain in the ass in Mercenaries mode.
Yes.
Yes.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
If you play Mercenaries mode, you remember him.
Yeah.
Just
all right. That's it, Zach?
I mean, and what, you want his number? Because I got that too.
Oh, you got his number? Yeah, slip that to me.
No, I mean like his different kind of number, Mac. I'm talking. He is an MA011.
No.
That's his. That. He actually has
his
a
number. I need to call. He's somebody to.
So you. Okay.
Somebody to cut
Trink, you make no. Can you get sexually transmitted plugus?
Oh man.
So I need somebody to. Yeah, David.
They are a bug. So. Probably could transmit eggs to you if that, depending on how infected the host is. So possibly.
Yeah.
Just we've gone down this rabbit hole.
Oh no, I've been. Hey, he's the one who wanted the number. I need
somebody to cut some trees, David. All right, Zero.
That's a new euphemism I haven't heard.
Yeah.
Zero, who you thought? Well, you wanted first one.
Okay. First off, I will say both of you actually did choose an annoying mini boss simply for the fact that both of them can one-hit kill you.
Yay!
It's true.
Death.
However, I'm going to say it right now that Berserker is one of those things where she has, because all Berserkers are female, actually. Berserkers are the one thing that I at least know of in gaming that can one-hit kill you, that can pretty much one-hit kill an entire army. And the reason why most strategy guides say don't attack is because, one, that's a quick, if you don't know how and which way to dodge, if you don't plan that out, congratulations, that's a quick trip back to the last checkpoint. A Berserker cannot really be they say it could be stunned, but really it can't be. The only traditional firearms don't work on it, as say the Salvador chainsaw dude. So simply for the fact that you need a special method to actually defeat a Berserker, I'm giving it to a Berserker.
All right, cool.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and go next. Rob, let me explain to you. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. I'm gonna give my point to Mustachio because there are 3 key points. One, I played. You were sadly you picked the part where picked the little boss, the mini boss that I have fought before, and I'm not gonna lie. One thing that literally hurts your argument is the fact that towards the end of the game, he just becomes easier and easier, and he just pops up. And one thing about it is the stranger you literally are looking for money. He needs money. That motherfucker lands big money for you. It is literally like pressure luck. And every time I'm literally low on money, and I hear, I was like, shing, shing, I'm about to shoot the shit out of the motherfucker.
It's payday.
I was ready, like, all right, pow.
I'm confused about the press your luck part.
No, you know what I mean? Press your luck. Like, you don't know if it's 2 or 3. You know, you don't know, hey, what's your strategy? How you going to take them down?
No, because Press Your Luck is a game show, and I'm trying to figure out how. What's
for example, if it's 3 of them and you can go, there's a strategy where you can go to the top of the ladder and just kick the fucking ladder down and just shoot them when
But what does that have to do with
down
pressing
there
your
like
luck?
You're pressing your luck because you
it's
can't.
literally
Look,
your-
fucking, I fucked it up.
Because
Anyway,
he's a gambling man.
it's a gamble. It's a gamble.
I- I- Gamble.
I would say I can take that analogy that Mac's trying to work with is
Yeah.
the fact that you're pressing your luck on the notion that you're either getting big money
Or
you're
getting
getting the
big
whammy that
death.
is a decapitation.
Yeah. There we go. You're taking a risk, but it's not big as a risk because you don't go that far.
Okay, that's my confusion because Press Your Luck, the game show, is a high risk.
Yeah, but you could,
Yes.
but the risk is really not high with Resident Evil.
Okay, that's what I'm
because-
saying. It's a bad analogy.
Yeah. I messed up the analogy. The risk is not that high because your checkpoint may not be, but like they might be right there, and you get your head chopped off, and you go right back like where you started at, and you hear them, and you know what to do the next time. So, yeah, for that, I'm going to stash big money. Zach, who you thought won?
I do want to point out that one of the early things Mustachio said was, for me, and because I empty my clips and I go in guns blazing, I would like to point that out. So she qualified. It's hard for her for those reasons. So that's her play style, meaning her fault.
I know.
I just wanted to point that out. Honestly, I personally find the Chainsaw Man more annoying, but with the way the argument went, I'm going to have to give it to the Berserkers.
I never played the Berserker, and I already know that sounds mine. All right, so Trink, I'm feeling like we're going full circle here.
Yep.
Is it the same?
My thing
Is it
is,
for this?
my main reason is I don't like anything that gives me a timer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That adds a lot of pressure, and
Yeah.
I crack under that real quick in most cases.
See, what you needed to say, Rob, was talk about how there's a horde of zombies around you and you can't run.
There we go.
I did
it
leave
is.
And I was
that
thinking,
part out. I did leave that part out.
Exactly,
That's
I was
true,
thinking it the
because you
whole
don't. It's
time.
not just him you're
Him.
facing. You're also dodging zombies as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
I did
but
leave that out.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda, what?
It's all
but
right,
then
though.
you get the shotty too hottie and all the other things, and
That's all right. My second choice would have been the triangle guy from Silent Hill.
Pyramid Head, yes.
Yes, that would be. my
Although
second choice.
technically Pyramid Head doesn't die, he kills himself.
Listen, that
So
would just
you're
go
fit.
back to that meme that I sent a hooker
damn it!
yesterday.
Why we're back
No, there was a meme that of this that said, "Run! He's actually gonna gut you like a fucking fish. Why are you just standing there?" Bunch of pictures
Why
of
we're
Pyramid
back
Head's
to Pyramid
abs.
Head? We had this in the last episode.
Pyramid Head. Well, the Pyramid Head is eternal no matter what they do to Silent Hill.
Look,
Like I
he's-
said, it just cuts to a bunch of pictures of Pyramid Head's abs, and I'm not running.
look, we get it, Trink. You want him literally in
Ooh la
spandex
la.
and literally dance.
No,
for you.
I don't want him
Understand?
to be in spandex. Gross.
No, you want spandex would be a turn off, I would imagine.
Right.
I mean, I can just picture like you listening to Pony and he just dancing for you.
What
There
the
we go.
pony?
You don't know that one?
Oh,
It's
okay.
like
No, I was.
obligatory. No, it's the obligatory male stripper song. It's a
Yeah,
thing.
it is.
All I was I was thinking goodbye horses.
No.
Pony. It's literally called Pony.
Like
Come
does it look like
my
I've listened to
pony,
somebody named
my
Genuine?
saddle's
Oh yeah.
waiting,
I just want to put that out
Ride
there.
it.
jump on it.
I can see Pyramid Head doing it.
Okay, I have no idea what you were doing.
Just wait till I'm buying a Leap Motion with my next Twitch pay. This is gonna get even worse. Leap Motion is hand tracking.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Okay. Well, we
boy.
don't want to go back in that rabbit hole we did last
Oh
week.
boy.
I'm really excited.
All right, so, with that, so it doesn't matter what happens around what happens around 4. Mustachio, you're moving on to the semifinals.
Apparently,
All right,
I'm not shocked.
so the last round is just for shits and giggles. All right, so
like I say,
before we go,
I already knew that I was going to be defeated just because.
Well, why? You beat me last time.
No, but this time was kind of rough because you had some really good answers. And I was.
Well, thank you.
right. Well, now we know this last round for shit and giggles. Just have fun with it. This is going to be fun. I actually never had this happen before, but we won't try to have fun. So the last question is the night. Oh, before we start, Trink, what they said in the chat.
Hold on, I'm dealing with a spam bot.
Ah, gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, like the moment you asked that, I was in the middle of reporting.
It's okay.
All right, let's see. My answer was actually almost every mini boss in Darkest Dungeon because that shit is annoying as hell. Like everyone in Darkest Dungeon gives you fear, which lowers your sanity bar, and then your character can go insane and kill themselves.
Yeah. Now I have personally experienced this in that game.
It's horrible, isn't it? It's every mini boss. Everyone.
Is there such thing as a mini boss?
Yeah.
Are they all just bosses in a way?
They're mini bosses because there some do have end bosses like the hag and stuff, which do even dumber stuff.
All right.
Okay, and Space Emu says Zubats. They might not be bosses, but you fight a shit ton of them and they're annoying little fuckers.
Yeah, you do. Also, I got an answer.
Oh yeah, the Dr. Richard Taggart, who is the one in Outlast who is just trying to cut you up.
Which,
yeah, he
if I could say something with Zubats, they're the reason why we have the trope goddamned bats.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my collection. I don't actually have a lot of games with mini bosses.
I mean,
Zubats.
I've faced some horrible mini bosses so far in Back for Blood, and let me tell you, I hate all of them too.
I think a mini boss said I hate you, and I literally said I hate you too. Hold on, do anybody in Grand Theft Auto counts as a mini boss?
What?
Anybody in Grand Theft Auto counts as a mini boss?
I don't think so.
I was gonna go with
no, like Grand Theft Auto.
I was gonna go with Diaz because he's a dick and I shot the shit out of him.
But that's just what you did. I
shot him in the dick and it was fun.
So
yeah.
Isn't that just what you do in Grand Theft Auto? Like
I don't know. Yeah. I don't just shoot people in the dick. I shoot them in the head.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you're not playing the game right.
Well, what should I do?
Oh boy.
What should I do?
Shoot him in the dick.
Exactly, that's what I do. Then I smoke on their corpses. Then more people kills me. Then after that, people kills me and I waste it. All right, Zach, what's the final question of the night?
What?
Now, guys, this is going to be just for shits and giggles, so have fun, lay back,
and giggle and shits. I mean,
I don't know. Let's just say I just have way too many images in my mind when that happens.
Oh gosh.
All right, Zach, what's the final question tonight, man? All right. What television show would make the best side scroller? This time we're gonna start with Rob, and then we're gonna go with the chat show. Rob, what's your answer?
Supernatural.
All right.
An interesting choice.
Sasha?
I chose Sailor Moon.
Oh shit. Remember, people, they are not of age. Just want to let you know that.
I think we all know that by now, but thanks for the reminder.
I just want to let everybody know that.
Eventually they are at the end of the series.
Zach, you want to clear that up?
No, she's not wrong if you're actually going by the series, but it takes a very long time until that is.
Yeah.
And you chose the early ones, so.
All right, so Gozu, you're just now joining us. The session have one. She's going on to the final, so this is just for fun. Just for fun. All right, so Rob, tell us why your answer is the best. Have fun with it, man.
Supernatural is an American dark fantasy drama television series. Pretty much, it is one of those mystery ghost. Pretty much just it's a group of brothers that's pretty much trying to solve a case, and I think they're also trying to find their father, but they also join with other teams of law enforcement and stuff to try to solve different type of cases when involves ghosts, mainly ghosts, supernatural stuff that happens in unknown and what happened, and they try to help them by solving them the mystery of what they're trying to solve. But I know ultimately they're also trying to find their father while doing this. So it adds that mystery to finding a family member to a dark twist of things. It's kind of hard to describe exactly what it is, because it's kind of like it's got a lot of things going for it. So I mean, a side scroller game would be kind of cool. I'm more thinking like a side scroller point and click style game will probably be a good fit for a game like Supernatural. Just because you have to solve things, try to point out things, and try to pick up clues and stuff. So like a side scrolling point and click, I think would fit that style game perfectly, with what type of TV show that is. So that would be it.
All right. Sasha.
All right. Well, I chose Sailor Moon, and for a lot of different reasons. I'm a huge Sailor Moon fan, so I've got a lot under my belt. So what makes this a good side scroller good is levels, like different levels that can be led one into another. So the scenery is always changing. You can change the music based on the scene to keep the game moving and interesting, because no one wants to play a side scroller forever that nothing ever changes or the level itself the same. So the fact that there are so many different scenes that you can use in a Sailor Moon side scroller game, like she starts in school, and then you have different galaxies, you have different planets, you have palaces, you have caves, you have all different spectrums of scenes that can be used. So you already have that going for you as you progress. It would be an airplane level, because for instance, if anybody followed the whole series, their Tuxedo Mask or Darien guys on an airplane. Spoilers. But in any case, they're also, what makes side-scrolling games so good is that there are different villains that you can fight along the way. Not only small-time villains like you see in Mario games like Koopa Kids and stuff, but like big villains that like end each portion or section of the game before the level changes or like the scene changes. So there are little monsters in Sailor Moon called I don't know if I'm to the evil entity Queen Materia. And you can even fight Queen Beryl, which it would make another good boss. So you're always fighting different bosses. You're fighting different monsters along the way. There are also things to collect, because Sailor Moon is big along the way. So you can have like completionists such as Sonic with the rings. You want to get all of the crystals, or for instance, if you find like the tiara, you could unlock special instances. Or you can win extra lives. There's the Phantom Silver tiara that maybe you could collect and summon Tuxedo Mask. Mask, who I have here as my little guest host, because everybody knows that he only appears few and far and in between during the TV show. So to be able to summon him as like a special event to fight a boss would be really cool if you have enough crystals. You can also like have the ability to play as different Sailor Scouts if you like progress through the levels of different difficulties. So many different possibilities make it a really crazy, intricate side-scrolling game. And I actually, like 5 minutes before we went live, I Googled it, and Sailor Moon already is a side-scrolling game, and it was released in Japan and France. But they didn't go half as far into how they could have done. It's just perfect. It's the perfect side-scrolling game.
All right. All right, Zach, are you ready?
Can we just talk about it?
Nah, this must be a fight. Zach, are you ready? Trink, are you ready? Okay, cool. Zero, are you ready?
Well, I'm already seeing tons of video games about Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
When I was trying to pick a game, I was trying to find a series that did not have a lot of video games out about the game already. Now, Supernatural does have like a role-playing game out there, but there's probably a few mobile and a few like Facebook games of the whole series. But you're right. There's a lot of Japan one, but there was one US release, and that was in 1997 for the PC.
Yeah. I'm saying, yeah, of course. That's what I said 5 minutes before I found out that it already is. But it's whatever TV show would make the best side-scrolling game. And of Sailor Moon, I actually have watched almost every season of Supernatural. So like I know a lot about the storyline and a lot about what they're actually doing. Comparatively, I don't think Supernatural would be a better side-scrolling game just because it is just about Sam and Dean, these two brothers, and only the first like 3 seasons are about them trying to find the father. The other seasons are more about angels and demons. It would be a cool side-scrolling game, just like considering there are a lot of monsters, but monsters appear only in like 1 or 2 episodes at a time. So that like they fought the Wendigo and I think season 1, but that's only 1 episode long. And also like every episode takes place either heaven, hell, or earth. So there are only really 3 major places that levels could take place. So it would be a lot of the same scenery and a lot of the same monsters. And plus there aren't really many things that you can collect along the way unless you make up an element for them to collect. I mean, I guess you could hypothetically like collect car keys because a big thing is Dean is obsessed with his car, but I mean, that wouldn't be great. They don't play an integral part of the actual series.
The vibe I'm getting with a game.
Did you watch Supernatural?
Yes, I have.
So
what I'm getting, the vibe I'm getting with Supernatural to tie with a video game is if you ever played the old school Serial Online of Gabriel Knight.
I've never heard of it. Actually.
Gabriel Knight is almost like Supernatural, except it doesn't involve a lot of demons and finding a father and all that stuff. It's a mystery, crime solving.
But what makes it a good side-scrolling game specifically? Because I know Sailor Moon has been made into one, but it does make a better side-scrolling game. It just does because of all the elements that I talked about, how different scenes, different characters, different collectible items, different bosses. What makes Supernatural better as a side-scrolling game?
I like the point and click style side scrolling type games.
Maybe I've never played one of those.
I like mysteries. I like solving stuff. I like finding things. I like trying to figure out, okay, so we found this. So what's next on the list? What do I need to do next?
So it's like you're talking like a scavenger hunt.
Thinking game. I like something involved. Well, not really a scavenger hunt. There is games like that where all you do is click, find something, find something. No, this is a totally different concept. Totally different concept that I'm talking about.
But side-scrolling games are like, I'm looking at like what makes a side-scrolling game, and it's like a side view camera angle makes characters move left or right, and to jump, where is it? Climbing,
Yeah.
running, jumping through many diverse levels, along with
Right.
collecting items. So like what are you gonna have both the brothers just running, jumping, and
Well, if you want to
Fighting.
make it into that style game, sure. I mean, I guess that's the only way you're going to
who
do
would you
it.
pick for your boss? Because there are so many different monsters.
Okay. So the way that I'm trying to incorporate this particular format of game is because I'm more into trying to make it into a thinking game, a solving crime type realistic
See,
game on Supernatural.
I love solving crime games. I love point and click
Okay.
games. Like you're preaching to the
Okay.
choir, but that doesn't make it a side scrolling game. That's a totally different genre. Point and click is not. I mean, I don't
not all of
consider
them
it a
like
side
that.
scrolling.
To me, any side scrolling game is where you have to side scroll to like a 2D animation game that goes from one scene to the next.
So would you consider Myst to be a side
Time's out.
scrolling
Time's
game?
out. Time's out.
Not really. Myst is totally different.
All right. Anybody got a question?
At least say I played Gabriel Knight.
Okay.
I think I own all of them actually on GOG.
You know, it's a fun one. I say just last minute rebuttal. Last minute rebuttal.
Well, what?
Rob, last minute rebuttal.
Oh, all right.
What's that? What's going on? Okay. Okay, so I know what you're trying to understand. You're more trying to get into the whole Hollow Knight style game style format. I think that's what you're trying to integrate with Sailor Moon, which will make a great side-scrolling Hollow Knight style gameplay. I mean, yes, you can also interpret a lot of the zombies and a lot of the demons that are in Supernatural. You can have them as some of the intimate to the enemies where you really have to fight them at one point when you get to that certain scene of the game. But mine's more of a like not a high pace to shoot them up, running around, jumping up and down all over the place style game, but more of just kind of find things and then have that battle scene incorporate in it, as well as trying to find things when you have such a case that you're on to solve it. So it can be a little bit of both. It could be a side scroller / mystery point and click. There's been a lot of games that interact with that. Myst is a little different format. I don't consider that as a side scroller because you don't actually see a person. It's more of a first person view style game. And if you ever play any of the like police quests, okay.
Sasha.
Is my rebuttal fighting him, right?
Nah, just boost your argument basically.
Oh, okay. Well, as like say I imagine side-scrolling games, and I'm a paper editor, so this is something I use every day. That when you're telling a story, you want it to be told in a linear fashion. You want it to have a beginning point and an end. And a side scroller is like you're seeing the whole story, but you're zoomed in on only this part, only the beginning, and you're progressing linear story all the way to an end. So if you're talking about a mystery point and click where you're finding things along the way, you're not telling a linear story where it's going from point A to point B. You're talking about point A to point C to point B to point D to point A to point, which isn't side scrolling. You need to start somewhere and end somewhere. And the fact that you're talking about a mystery, like it's not a side scrolling game. I'm sorry. Like a mystery game is a good game. They're games I play, but our specification was side scrollers. Sailor Moon would be perfect because she has this linear life. It's kind of like it has this underlying coming of age maturity thing going on. So we start in school And as you progress difficulties, you're going to the dungeons and you're going to the moon and you're finding small items like crystals, then you're finding big items.
Zach, any facts?
Can I fix what a side scroller is defined as, please?
Yes, please.
Scroller is any game that has a side view that scrolls from side to side. It does not mean it has to go in one direction only. In fact, many popular NES games, including one which was a horror mansion game, was a side scroller. That you moved to the mansion.
You mean Maniac Mansion?
Yes.
Yes.
Because that's what I was thinking.
Side scroller?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. As a side scroller, as long as the view is from the side only and the screen moves from one side to the other. And some rare cases, we've also seen them go up and down, which happened in some of the Mario
Not to mention it can have multiple endings and be nonlinear.
Right.
Nonlinear.
It does happen.
Even like regular games can be nonlinear. Like if you think about Braid is a platformer and it's nonlinear. It doesn't matter.
It's mostly, yeah. So it can be almost anything as long as it goes from a side view.
Right.
It's very
Anything else,
strange.
Zach?
I also own all the police quests.
Yes. Hey, I'd love to see it. I'm a huge point click Zero fan.
I am a huge LucasArts fan. Like when I was thinking immediately, like if you want to go like that, what about the cat lady? I mean, that's entirely keyboard and you move back and forth.
That glitched on me 3 times after I got an hour in. I hate that game so much.
Yeah,
that sounds like a you problem.
The thing is, I loved Lorelei, and I played the cat lady because people like it's made by the same developers and it's the same style, and it was terrible.
No, it wasn't terrible. You said it didn't work.
Terrible.
There's a difference.
They cut her arm off.
No, that doesn't happen to me. That's you. It didn't glitch for me. That's your fault.
Guys for me. Look.
Hmm.
Oops, I almost knocked my lights down. No.
I mean, I have a personal opinion, but that's about it.
He's talking with me.
Can I say the amount of Sailor Moon games actually works against it for me? Because it's like it's been given this many chances. No, but it's been given this many chances to be great and never did it. Where Supernatural, no one's tried.
Right.
Supernatural.
Nobody's tried it, so I'm more interested in it happening.
Have you seen Supernatural?
Yes, actually.
Oh, yeah.
You do know most of the fan base jumped ship after they were queer baited, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think the final good season was season 5.
Honestly, I would just like a Castiel game alone.
And there was already a side-scroller Sailor Moon game. It was a fighting game.
Oh yeah, it was the trashy.
Yeah.
They play it at Evo as a joke. It's that bad.
Hey, but it would make a good one if I developed it.
No, it would just glitch.
The question
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't believe you.
Side scroller.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, because
All right, so I guess you're going with
So, yeah.
I'm going with Supernatural because it actually there's potential there where I feel like Sailor Moon all the potential's been wrung out. It'd be like asking me, do you want another Dragon Ball Z game? No, I do not.
Yeah.
There are enough. Thank you very much.
Listen, if they ask you if you want another Dragon Ball Z game, they're gonna hand you 6 more, and you're gonna take them if you want them or not.
Yeah, exactly. So can you? I just want to. That is my opinion. There's too many.
That's funny. I looked
Zero. Okay. So I will say there is actually a side-scrolling puzzle game that actually, didn't exactly get mentioned as a counter argument. Kind of a little sad, but come on, Captain Nemo.
No, not Captain
Well, Little Nemo, whatever.
Little Nemo.
But
The one based off of the comic or what? I don't know.
Yeah, that one.
Because the guy did Dream of the Rarebit Fiend, and I think William knows that. Why do I know this? It's a fucking comic from like the board.
A lot of random things.
Anyway, honey.
Sorry, I know.
So
1906. How the fuck do I know this?
anyway, if I could continue.
Sorry.
Because it's been defined that side scrolling is literally anything with just a side camera view. I mean, like, yeah, Sailor Moon has been given quite a few chances. As a matter of fact, through means which I will not say on here, I've actually tried a few of them. Because, you know, I kind of wouldn't mind doing coding and, you know, learning from some not games that didn't do too well are kind of good stepping stones in terms of what not to do. So I think I'm actually going to have to go with Rob on this and give Supernatural the shot.
Give it a shot.
What's up?
I said, yeah, give it a shot. I'm actually curious about it.
And before people say, yes, I have actually seen Supernatural as well. Because my sister was very much into it.
All right, Trink.
Yeah, I'm even though I hate Supernatural, I've hated Supernatural since it came out. I'm sorry, it's like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer ripoff but for a new age. It is.
See that? Yes.
I am 100% okay with this.
Yeah, me too.
And I was like,
I like
sorry,
both.
I like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Angel also was a sad attempt to keeping that series going and did do well. But I would probably go with the Supernatural game just because I've played some of Sailor Moon games. At this point, that's beating a dead horse. Unless they literally found somebody completely new to come up with the ideas for the game.
Like a dead
Like
Maggie
me.
corpse.
No, and it would have to not
nobody has
follow
faith
the
in you.
story.
Why?
That's the problem. It would
But
have
the
to
whole-
not follow the story exactly.
Okay. I love
problem
Sailor
is-
Moon.
All of them have done. Listen, my actual real name is the American version of Sailor Pluto. Trust me, I loved Sailor Moon because my name you can't find on jack shit, and then you know how rare it was to see a character with my name. That shit's amazing. But the games, it was the same thing over and over again. Them trying to do the story, and it was bad. They would have to find somebody willing to like do something weird to make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to Rob here too. Yeah, I actually love Sailor Moon too. I love the show, but yeah,
That show you couldn't admit watching at the time.
You mean like everybody with the Hannah Montana show, and now everybody's like, "Yeah, I watched it."
I didn't watch him.
No, that one I can honestly say I did not.
I did
It's
not. I don't
not.
know what the fuck that
Everybody
was.
else I know did.
I was watching reruns of Hey Dude though.
Hey, dude, it was
I've
awesome.
never even heard of that one.
But
Nickelodeon
yeah,
show.
Yeah,
No,
but,
that's why.
But yeah, Sailor Moon just falls into that Dragon Ball Z Budokai type of thing. And I'm like, do we really need another
Naruto
Budokai?
games.
Yeah, Naruto games. Do we
That's
really need
actually-
another one?
that argument I feel is very fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, do we need another one of these games?
Let me go get a defibrillator for your
Yeah.
dead horse.
Like, yes. Yeah, Supernatural, I admit, sounds boring as shit, but something that I want to
No,
try.
it wasn't even just boring. The problem was when fans started to lose interest, their next idea was to queer bait their fans, because that always turns out well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not always.
Well, actually, to be fair, when they first came up with the show, if they would have tried it, no one would have noticed.
No. Well,
'Cause
the worst part is they strung people along, and then like right before the season finale, they were like, "Oh yeah, it's a thing." for one episode, and then they're like, we're not even gonna bring it up again after he admitted he loved you. Yep, that's not like a thing you need to address at all or anything after it's said. That's not important.
There's way too much incest fan fiction going on in that community.
No, that started when there was no love interest for either of them. Imagine
They actually reference it in an episode.
Sure they do.
Yeah,
like, no, when they have fans come out talking about it, it's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, they got in trouble for that one.
I thought
that also almost killed their show as well because Tumblr rioted. You don't make Tumblr bad. Don't do it. It doesn't end well for series. That's where series go to die.
Well, Tumblr used to have power. It no longer does.
Oh,
Well,
because
Rob,
they all left, went to Twitter, and learned the thing.
Rob, you got that point, but
I got one, but it doesn't matter.
got a point, but sadly, it doesn't matter because Nastasha, you're going to the finals for the first time.
Yay.
Who am I fighting?
You are fighting John and Trillo XO. He's probably somewhere getting high.
Probably.
So prepare a fire extinguisher and some
Salt,
water
so
to get
like
rid
a
of the
ton
salt.
of salt.
When is
Well, I mean, he's playing back
Oh, yeah.
blood right now.
Prepare for a lot of salt. Listen, the first time me and Hook got into a Back for Blood lobby, we got in there with two damn squeakers. All they did was die.
I have no idea what that means.
bad.
I have no idea what that means.
What that means is they're teenage boys who squeak.
Well,
All right, but
I had
And they're two little boys, and it was so bad.
I had fun, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, I had fun too.
Hey,
All right,
just look at it this way. You did not get steamrolled. You still got a point.
You still got a point, yeah.
Did not get
You earned
steamrolled.
that
Yeah.
point.
All right. With that said, people, Rob, what you got to
Plug. Plug it in, plug it in.
plug it in. What you got to plug, man?
Plug is in what? I'm sorry.
Twitch
Sure.
channels, social
Okay.
media.
Where can people
Gotcha,
find
gotcha.
you and the garbage you create?
All right. So I stream on Twitch, Razor Rob TV. I'm a variety streamer. Once a week I do Bible study. But besides that, once a week I do Bible study, I play all sorts of games. My mission now is to try to complete what I started on stream. So I've been kind of in the Yakuza series right now.
Which one you own?
The first one.
1 or 0?
One. I've already beat 0. So
Okay.
Original one or Kiwami?
Kiwami, the remake. But yeah, all my socials is just like my Twitch name, Razor Rob TV. So they make it easier. Twitter, Instagram. I don't have a Facebook yet, but I'll be working on that soon. But I mainly post on Twitter, mainly. And I haven't yet figured out Instagram yet.
Okay. All right. Sasha, you're going to the finals. What you got to plug?
Yeah. So hold on, I lost you guys. I am Mustachio. I stream on Twitch. We've been doing Mori mornings recently. I haven't played in a bit, but we should be getting back to that this week. I also play spooky games. I just got Alice and Alice Return to Madness, which are old games. Well, old meaning like 10, 12 years. Graphics are what they used to be. But I'm gonna be playing those as well. We play Maneater. So follow me on Twitch as at Mustachio, and also on Instagram where I announce my stuff as I'm Batmara, kind of like I'm Batman, but I'm Batmara, M-A-R-A.
All right. Zero, what you got to
I
plug, man?
can't figure out how to bring the video back. You're so tiny.
All right, guys. Well, you can find me on, hanging here with these guys whenever they need me. But you can also find me Fridays, Sundays, and and Mondays on twitch.tv/Crimson Shooter. I kind of variety stream kind of right now, focusing a bit more on RPGs. But you can also find me on Twitch, well, not on Twitch, on Twitter, also at Crimson Shooter. And yeah, that's really
all right. Trink, what you got to plug?
Hi, I'm Trink Bell. I'm the mod here. I stream, well, right now every day but Monday and Wednesday until we're done with the podcast, and then I go back to every day of the week unless things are happening, because things have been interesting lately. We'll go with that.
All right, gotcha. All right, Zach, you gonna pull something up, or you just don't got nothing?
I'm not going to pull anything up, but I might be doing a little more politics than usual. I just an interesting thing to do.
Right.
Also
running for office?
politics and just some political commentary.
I thought you were running for office. I said you got my vote.
No.
I just want to do a couple of political streams.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm Mac. Make sure you come follow me at Tampa Buck Fan 88 on Twitter. Also, we will be doing sadly, we're supposed to be doing a Christmas episode, not Christmas, a Halloween episode. I think it was this Saturday, but we pushed it probably to the 30th because we basically got stuff happens, but we're gonna have that at 12. We're gonna have that at noon, so that way we can do our, everybody have time to go to their respective parties or whatever they got to do with their kids or anything, because we're gonna have Trink on that, so hopefully we can get her on there. We're gonna be doing a episode on create a horror villain or horror villain.
I'm so excited.
Zambino Steve, get ready.
That is cool.
Zambino killer.
Are you talking about Zambonis?
No.
Yeah, I said
Zamboni killer. It's gonna be awesome.
Zambino is somebody we know. Zamboni is a thing you ride.
I want a Zamboni. I'm doing a Zamboni killer. So there's that. Also, we were going to do a clock tower episode, but it's looking like we're not going to do it because I have not got back for any context. So sadly, we must scrap that episode. So we will have Monday off.
To be fair, there are 3 games when one of them isn't actually one of them. But there is one inspired. It's called Night Cry.
Yeah.
Also, the last Clock Tower game doesn't actually involve any of the Scissormen, but one actual serial killer's in the game.
Yeah,
true. I liked Clock Towers. That was a good game.
Harvey, the acid bath murderer, he's based off a real London serial killer who first committed a whole bunch of fraud and then found out if the people are still alive, they can report you for the fraud. So if they're dead, they can't report you for the fraud. But then there's another problem. If there's a body, they're going to find out about the fraud. So you tell their family they're going on vacation and you melt their bodies in acid. Then they can't find out about the fraud. Yeah, the mental gymnastics this dude did in order to commit fraud was great.
Wow, that's crazy. But make sure we're probably not going to be doing that episode. So the next episode you'll probably see on this channel is the GF1 podcast where we do that. Also, I'm going to keep announcing this on every live episode we do. Yes, the rumors are true. If you're wondering the rumors that the Gang Fixers will be in Chicago on July 1st. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll be down there July 1st, but we will be there. I will be there July 1st, probably to the 3rd. Second, we'll be going to Midwest Anime Convention. I'll be in there. So if you want to come meet me, if you want to come punch me in the face or punch me in the gut, or if Trink want to just literally take a drive down Chicago and just choke me, she can. Trink, you're actually thinking about it.
Don't tempt me. Does sound nice. And I finally get to punch Mac in the face. That sounds like a good vacation.
Let's see, Chicago. That's
you're not going to go for the convention. You just want to sit up there and just go to the booth and just like punch Mac. Yeah.
Nah, I'll just wait outside the door so I don't have to pay the convention fee. Sucker punch you right in the face when you walk out the door.
All right. So I hate to interrupt, guys, but I do have to get going. Got food to make.
All right.
Bye, Zero.
Bye.
All right, we need to wrap this up. Let's go.
Yeah. But we'll be in Chicago, so make sure you come to that convention. You want to come. Also, we will be doing I don't know if it'll be a live taping or a pre-tape taping. We will be doing an episode of Gamer Grudge, the Grudge Gauntlets. We're going to do it, and the winner will receive $100.
Wow.
On a card or something.
Wow. So, in coupons.
I don't know. We'll get it. It's going to be a gift card. $100 gift card.
Yeah.
Something. All right. There's that. So that's all I got to say, people. We will see you in the month of November. We're going to probably take 2 weeks off after we did this shit. And we're probably going to do our daily Black Friday, the Monday before Black Friday episode, where we'll get some fighters set up, and then we'll come back for that episode of the championship with the Show, John and Trillo XO, who's probably laughing his ass off right now. I don't know what. Anyway, we'll see you guys. Bye.
Bye.